Well, today is October 3rd, and this is part 41 of our study of Jesus' ministry. Well, today we come to a period of time that's near Passover again. That means that everything we've studied about so far in Jesus' ministry has been done in the first year of Jesus' ministry. So we're just getting started the first year. So today we find that Jesus' popularity has spread because of the miracles that he did, and multitudes of people followed him. So as he was teaching, it came evening time, and the apostles came to him and said, send these people away so they can go around to the villages around here and get something to eat, because it was a great multitude of people. And Jesus said to them, you give them something to eat. And they said, we can't do that. It would take 200 pennyworth, or a pennyworth, or a penny, we studied about before, was what an average working man would get for a whole day's work. So they said, it would take us working 200 days to earn enough money to buy bread to feed this crowd. So Jesus said, well, what do you have? And they said, well, there's a little boy here, and he's got 5 barley loaves. And barley, by the way, was cheaper than wheat. So barley bread was not as good as wheat bread. So he's got 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. He brought his lunch. Nobody else thought about that, but he did. And so Jesus said, well, bring them here. Bring them to me. And Jesus took them, and in a couple of places it says he blessed them. He looked up into heaven and blessed them. But in John it says he gave thanks. So I assume blessing a meal and giving thanks for a meal are one and the same thing. So when we say give the blessing on the meal, we're saying give thanks to God for this food that we have. So he looked up, and he said to, I suppose before this, he said to his disciples, he said, have the people sit down in groups of 50. Now we're going to learn that there were 5,000 men besides the women and children gathered here today. Just the men, that would have been 100 groups of 50. Now to serve that many people, it's going to take more than just the 12. 12 could not have served this many people. So I take it that all the disciples that followed Jesus on a regular basis helped in distributing this. So Jesus took the 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, looked up and blessed them, gave thanks for them, and then he divided them. He broke the bread and divided them and gave it to the disciples. And of course it multiplied as it went. And they fed the whole 5,000 men plus the women. So there could have been as many as 10,000 people there. Huge, huge crowd. And fed all of them until everybody was satisfied. From 5 loaves and 2 fish. And Jesus said, take up what's left over. So they passed the baskets around, and they had 12 baskets of food left over. Jesus is great. Okay, so what do we learn from this today? We learn that God's going to take care of us. He may not give us the finest, might give us barley bread instead of wheat bread, but he's going to take care of us. He's going to supply our needs so we can trust him. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So today, trust the Lord. That's the feeding of the 5,000. Now he's going to feed some more later on, but this was done at the end of his first year, right before Passover in Jerusalem. So that's enough for today. I will see you in the morning. God bless you.